Adaptability is the secret to long-term, sustained success. So it is so important, to learn to adapt because if you don't adapt, you're going to not be, synchronous with everything, your environment, with the people, and creating more conflict and not progressing. So I'm going to discuss aspects of that from a spirituality perspective today. And for those of you who like the content of my video, please don't forget to press like and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. But this is going to greatly help my channel to be able to reach out to more people. And if you could just drop a comment, I would love to hear from you. And if you could do me a great favor and share this video, with your favorite social media platforms, I would very greatly appreciate that. So those of you who don't know me, I'm Osman. I am a bioenergy healer on a master level with telepathic healing capabilities, specializing in critical care recovery and terminal illnesses, amongst a host of other physiological, psychological, and even spiritual ailments. I'm also an advanced level yoga and meditation teacher, having been practicing this art form for almost 50 years and teaching it for now 46 years. In that period, I've had the opportunity to study under various amazing masters from different schools of thought, from different cultures across the globe, from the Far East, the Middle East, the West, and including the scientific communities. So I've created my own unique protocols, adapting them for the 21st century, basically making them faster, quicker, easier, more time efficient, and results oriented. To that end, I now have students in over 100 countries. And my favorite protocol is my 5-minute yoga and meditation program, which you can download for free by visiting my website, yogawellness786.com, and where you can also get more information about my services. Also, remember, my therapies are all natural based and not a replacement for medical treatment. So, coming back to adaptability, when I was studying, so yoga sciences is not only doing the postures, there's meditation, there is knowledge, there's wisdom, there is Kundalini, there is breath work, there is charity, there is faith based, there is even health components like fitness and so forth, right? And also, nutrition, diet, sleep patterns, and how to communicate, what to say, what not, many aspects. So one of the things I was taught, they said, if you can become adaptable, you're going to make a lot of progress in your life, because we are living in a society of 8.4 billion people almost, right? So I don't know what the actual figure right now is, but let's working on 8.4 billion people. What does that mean? 8.4 billion individual. Each person is different. Even the people can be twins from the same home. Their perspectives are different. The way in which they look at things and see things and think, they are a bit different. They may sound the same or look the same, but they are different people. The mother will always know which one is which and knows what the difference is, right? So everyone is different. It means not everyone going to be like you. They're going to be a spectrum of differences where some of them are so different, it's going to be total opposite to what you, and you're going to be very depressed by them, or very irritated or angered by them, or very frustrated by them, right? There's going to be that component. There must be that percentage, because that's how the dynamics are. So you need to, the easier way I found is, I always use a saying: you cannot take a black cat and make it into a white cat. No matter how much you wash it, the black cat will always be a black cat, white cat will be a white cat. And also very commonly say, you cannot take a square peg and push it in a round hole, right? So coming like that, there are some people very irritable. They are that way. That is the nature, right? And learn to accept that is how they are. You don't get angry for the lion to be a lion. Lion is a lion. Is going to go and kill the innocent deer, the innocent bucks, the innocent animal. Is going to go run and kill it. You don't get angry with the lion. It's its nature to be. Lion will be a lion, right? The black cat will be the black cat. Always remember, you cannot take a black cat and make it into a white cat, right? And then also you tell some people to do things this way and do things, and they always getting it wrong, right? It's like taking a square peg and trying to push it in a round hole. That is the nature, right? Some people are reliable, some people not. That's the nature. They're unreliable, never on time, and they're losing the things, and they say okay, and then they forgot, and they need reminder all the time, and they're not very efficient. But that is, you're looking only at the negative side. Every person also got positive side. For every action, there's an equal but opposite reaction, right? Newton's law, right? So for every positive side, there's a negative side to it. For every negative, there's an equal but opposite positive. Depends how you look at it, right? Looking at it, from which perspective, right? So learn to adapt your perspectives. Now, how is this going to make you more successful? Because it's going to create more harmonious relationships. And there are some people where, whilst I was growing up, there are other people who could not mingle with them, right? And they didn't want to accept. But I decided, I saw that they were weak, in maths or science, and I was good at it. And then I used to open my service and teach whoever wanted to learn. And I even held classes, in the evenings, not for any money, for free, right? Just to help these people. I'm not saying, oh, these people, and I'm the top league in my this thing. The other students didn't have time for all that, right? They didn't have time to teach. But I wanted not to be selfish. I wanted to help other people, right? In their own, to succeed. And when we graduated high school, I feel so happy. The first time in the history of my school, in my class, every student failed. I mean, every student passed every subject because so many students were weak in maths and science, and I helped them. I spent so many years, right? In my high school years, they used to come to my home. We go to the classroom. I used to go to their home and teach them. And even when I graduated high school, when I was in university, and I used to, some people needed, extra tuition and maths. And I used to go myself, go to them, right? They supposed to come to me. I went to them, to their home, comfort of their home, went out of my way to teach them, right? And taught them. So, is it surprising that people like me a lot generally? And when I needed help, I asked, and I always found some help, right? Although it wasn't that easy sometimes, but I had, and it was easier for me, to convince people, because I was genuine in how I'm speaking, and I reached heights of sales and marketing and my entrepreneurship journeys. I've earned money. I've owned everything that I ever could dream of. Whenever I thought of things, of course, I got newer dreams and newer things I want to own. So and I'm keep going to the next level next. But in the past, the things that I achieved, I wanted to live in, this amazing type of house. My dream, not like not Buckingham Palace. So now my goals are like similar to Buckingham Palace, but that time just a nice home with a swimming pool, and drive a Mercedes. And I had 5 luxury cars parked in my yard, two Mercedes, two of which was Mercedes, Audi, Range Rover, another 4x4, a double cab, like was like a prestigious type of car in my country, and all at once drive a different car, a different day, and beautiful garden, right? And I loved, garden. My pool was always sparkling blue, and I had to have a massive carport for entertainment lifestyle and barbecue, and really socializing and enjoying my life. And when I think of something, I never used to look at the price of things. I just, if I liked it, I bought it. And when I had that money, that time, of course, COVID came, and I lost my businesses, and rebuilding now, and it's reached an amazing level. Now I'm focusing full time on my passion, yoga, energy healing, yoga, meditation. And I lived in so many different countries, right? And I've got students from over 100 countries because I'm adaptable to different cultures, different, and I spoke on their level. I never considered this person is low and that person is high and this class. And I treated everyone with respect and dignity, and spoke to everyone on the same level, as I would speak to someone, who's very financially prosperous, or a very poor person, or someone who's dark in skin complexion or very light in skin complexion. Of course, I've got my taste in, my woman. So, unfortunately, um, I mean, there's plenty good reason behind it. I've got, 6 divorces, and each wife came from a different culture, right? And from different countries, right? One of my wives was half Chinese, half Indian. Another one was like more Pakistani based. Another one was, Arabic, right? Two different types of, Arabic cultures and so forth. And I understand how the different cultures think and operate and so forth, right? And I had, a relationship and so forth, with all types of cultures and all colors, and, you know, from the darkest skin complexion to the lightest skin complexion, right? From what other people will consider very ugly to what other people consider drop dead gorgeous, more beautiful than the center page, of a magazine, right? Than the centerfold, beautiful, all level. I never looked at the external, and people, and adapted, looking for the intrinsic, that there is good in everyone, right? So even the person, I mean, certain things, certain people are dangerous. You stay away from them. You keep your distance, but they have their reasons. You don't know what they went through, that they are going through this type of problems and efforts and so forth, and everyone is in a stage of evolution. So what yoga meditation does, it helps you to evolve and go to higher and higher levels, meaning more and more adaptable. When you become more and more adaptable, means you are on a higher level, that you can communicate with a bigger and bigger and bigger circle of people, and get along with more and more people, and get the cooperation of greater numbers of people, right? So of course, isn't that going to be amazing for success? One of the instrumental things of business, right, is communication, right? I think communication, I would say, is one, two, three, four, five. There's 8 very important principles for business, as depicted by Robert T. Kiyosaki in his book Rich Dad Poor Dad. The 8 principles that they use as a paradigm to see where your business is going wrong. Number one is, you should have a mission. If you Because they look at it in a reverse. If your business is failing, or if you're not succeeding, if you're not successful, do you have a proper focus and a mission? Maybe you just want a job, right? But you must skill yourself in a certain direction, become specialist in it, and go in that one direction, and then find that this broadly, I need a job, right? So me, I'm specializing in critical care recovery and terminal illnesses, and I'm focusing on increasing my energy levels to grandmaster level, and I'm doing this, on a daily basis, right? So you focus on it. So your mission, you must have a mission, focused, right? Number one. Number two, second reason why you're feeling failing is, maybe you don't have the leadership quality. Leadership means the skills required to succeed in what you want to do. So you need to get more information in, the job market and so forth. Because you just want a job, but maybe you're looking for the wrong field, and another field is trending, and they need people. Go to where it's trending. Adapt yourself, right? And this is going to help you. This is where adaptation is going to help. Then third is the team. You must be able to work together with people. So if you're a lone ranger, it's very difficult to be successful, right? But if you work together, you have a partner, you have a team of people, you have, people supporting you, then or you have your AI, or you have your apps, and you have, the free AIs, free apps, right? You can use, because I know a lot of people are in difficulty. So this is working with a team, right? The third level. And the fourth is cash flow. So how, so you have to focus on adapting to your budget. So I was earning so much of money and lived a high flying lifestyle. Now I'm broke again. So I'm not living that type of lifestyle. Yes, I got that habits and the thinking, and I've got my goals, but I learned to adapt my diet and adapt my lifestyle, and how I travel, and using Ubers, and don't have my amazing cars, and going in buses, not in business class flight or first class, right? Going in, coach, bus, spending 30 hours in traveling in a bus, and a flight can just take me 2 hours. I had to adapt and adjust, right? So, cash flow, you have to adapt it. It's going to improve your cash flow. Why is people always broke, don't no money to pay the bills, you're working, not enough? Because your expenses are too high. Why? Because you too much of impulse buying, you got too much of credit. You need to discipline yourself and get out of your credit. Doesn't matter, it take you 10 years or something, get into a discipline, restrict yourself, don't just, treat yourself all the time, have a budget for everything, right? And have a plan, how your money is going to go, and have some savings, right? And work that way, and your cash flow will improve. And then comes communication skills, right? So this is about adaptability, right? Communication. If you're adaptable, then your this is the next most important level, after cash flow, what is important in a business. Then after communication comes, I think, your strategies or your systems, right? And after your systems, so it's your mission one, leadership number two, team number three, um, cash flow number four, communications number five, systems number six, legal number seven, and the product is number eight. Product is the last reason. What is the product? Your service or your unemployment. That is the last. Not because of unemployment that you're unemployed. You have to look at all these other things. You'll come out of unemployment, or you'll be able to solve your problem, your cash flow problems, and so forth. Yes, it's not going to be easy, not an overnight fix, but put shoulder to this. Some people may get things done quickly. Some people, need like a long time, and I'm one of the people need long time, right? So, and I understand that, but I don't like to take long, so I work extra hard and I push. It's only recently I decided that, to focus on sleep, try to have my 7 to 9 hours, which I'm pathetically failing recently, and breaking it up. And I was doing so well for a few weeks, and then, but most of my life sleeping 3 to 4 hours. This is not good, right? So prioritize, your sleep and balance your life. Not only chase money, 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 right? You have to have a quality of life as well. So hope that information helps you on adaptability, and be sure that as you're progressing with meditation, you're going to improve in your adaptability and overall success in everything, and your energy is going to become more balanced, and that also going to improve your adaptability, and life becomes so much better. Even though you may be poor, you may be broke, but you don't have to be sad, right? You can be peaceful, right? And long as you got a plan, you got hope, right? So yes, you're not there yet, or you got a plan, you're gonna get there. Long as you got a plan, yes, it may not work. Change the plan, change the plan, change the plan. You're gonna succeed eventually. You got a plan, you're gonna do things, right? So hope that information helps you. Take care of yourself always.